Okay, guys, welcome back for the second part of Module 1, and we are talking about mindset now. So, how this is going to work is every week we'll be releasing the business side of the module, which is the strategy side, and that will walk you through the various elements of the simple strategy, the S in scale. And then also at the same time, every week we'll be releasing a mindset module, and that will walk us through elements of either abundant mindset, the A in scale, or the energetic alignment, the E in scale. Because what I found is that you have to have the strategy and the mindset at the same time. And so today's topic is goal setting. So that's our topic for Module 1. So this is an amazing quote, which I find so true. And Norman Vincent Peale is a very, very interesting author. If you want to read his works, I will put a link to one of his books in the notes below this video. And he says, no one can get anywhere unless he knows where he wants to go and what he wants to be or do. So we have to know where we're going. We have to know what we want to do. We have to have an intention and a goal in mind. So why should we set goals? Well, you guys probably know a lot about goals already. I'm sure you've already been in business, and some people have a lot of resistance to it. Some people quite enjoy goal setting, but it's really important to set clear intentions with our goals, to know exactly where we want to go, because you need to know what you're aiming for. You need to have the destination in mind to know which route to take. The goal is really like the compass in a way. Like, you've got to know exactly what you are aiming for. And the key fact of the matter is, especially with law of attraction, with manifestation, with using quantum physics, you're going to get what you ask for. So you need to make sure that you're asking for something that you actually want. You need to be intentional with where you're trying to get to, because the universe is going to back you up. The universe is going to come through for you, but you've got to give it some understanding of what you want. Otherwise, it's just going to give you random stuff. So it's really important that we set goals, because the more clear we are on where we want to get to, even if it's not realistic at all. A lot of people are afraid to set goals because they are afraid to fail, right? But the more we actually get clear on where we want to go, of course, there's no guarantee we're going to get there this month or next month, but eventually we will get there. And so that's why it's so important to set goals and to have that intentionality about where we're going. So Tony Robbins says, where focus goes, energy flows. And I find that such a beautiful sentence. Where focus goes, energy flows. And the more you focus on what it is that you want, or actually the more you focus on what it is that you don't want, the more that is going to come into your life. So obviously it makes a lot of sense to focus on what you want to focus on, right? Focus on what you want to have, rather. So what are you focused on? If you do a bit of an inventory, check in with yourself a few times a day for the next few days and take a look at what you're actually thinking about most of the time throughout the day. Are you laser focused on your goals? Are you focused on your fears? So a lot of people are focused on, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? How am I not here yet? Why am I not there? Like, what's holding me back? What could happen? And all of these negative things, and that's going to bring focus to the negative things, so you're going to be more likely to get them. So that's a terrible idea. Or some people are just in reaction mode. He flipped me off. He cut me out on the highway. This happened. That happened. I think my boss wants to fire me. I think my friends are talking about me behind my back, and they're just in reaction mode and drama mode. So you get to choose how you focus your thoughts. You get to choose what you spend your time and your energy on. And so start to become conscious, at least become conscious of what you're thinking about. Don't judge it. Don't judge yourself for not being fully focused on your goals all the time. The fact that you are becoming aware of it and becoming more conscious of it makes you naturally more likely to stop doing quite so much of it. So just the act of becoming aware is enough of a shift in consciousness to stop the behavior a lot of the time. And you can, the more clear you are on your goals as well, the easier it is to think about them, right? Like, if you know that you want to make $10,000 this month, That's a really easy thing to think about. If you are kind of all over the place and you're like, oh, well, I want to become successful, but what does that really mean? And blah, 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 blah. Then it's much harder to have a tangible understanding of what the goal is. So start to become conscious of what you're focusing on. Andrew Carnegie says, if you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. So goal setting is more than just like, what's my number going to be this month? It's like, what excites me? What lifts me up? What lights me up? What makes me so, so, so excited? And what's going to bring energy into this? There's no point in setting a goal that doesn't motivate you. The whole point of a goal is that it means something to you, that it's exciting. So why do you want the $10,000 if that's your number? Is it so that you can buy something that you've been looking for? Is it so that you can give something to somebody else? Like, what's really going to excite you about that number? So what I want you to do this week, this is your goal setting exercise. I want you to take yourself somewhere really amazing, somewhere really beautiful, like this beautiful luxury hotel lobby, if you have one in your city, or a really, really nice independent coffee shop, if that's your thing, or like a juice bar, or like wherever makes you feel lit up and high vibe and expansive and like anything is possible. Something that's going to get you out of the status quo, going to make you feel like the best version of yourself and really be a very inspirational place for you. It could be in nature. It could be somewhere, a cliff top with a beautiful view, or on the beach, or it could be anywhere, whatever is going to speak to you. And really make this into a ritual. Make this into a sacred experience. Give yourself some time. Get your husband to look after the kids, make sure that you have enough space and time and breathing room, and go to this beautiful place, order yourself the glass of champagne, order yourself the coffee, the green juice, whatever it's going to be for you, and give yourself some time and space to go through these journaling exercises. So I'm going to walk you through them now. Obviously, you can take this video with you wherever you go, and you'll also have a printout that you can take with you just to have the questions printed there as well. And I really recommend that you write this in ink as opposed to typing it, because the act of writing stimulates something different in the brain, and it makes it go into your subconscious in a deeper way. So here are your questions for your goal setting exercise. Question number 1, what do you want your life to look like by the end of this program? So where do you want to be in life? What do you want to have changed? How will you have moved home? Will you have moved country? Will you be making a certain amount of money? How will you be feeling? Like, really get into like, what's your life going to look like by the end of this program? What's the best case scenario that could be amazing for your life to look like, that would make all your dreams come true by the end of this program? And then getting specific, what exact amount of money do you want to be making? Get really, really clear with yourself. It helps a lot to figure out how much your dreams cost. So for example, if you want to be upgrading your home, or if you want to be buying a new car, or if you want new clothes, or if you want your kids in a private school, or taking a holiday, or anything specific like that, it really helps to understand exactly how much that costs, and to have zero judgment or zero fear around that number. So if you do your numbers and it comes to $12,700 a month, well then that's how much you get to be making. This can include obviously savings, it can include investments, like whatever amount of money you feel will be an exciting amount of money for you to be making. Will any big life events have happened? Maybe right now you're in a full-time job, or you're running a different business, or there's something that is going to give way for your dream business to come through. Maybe you will be making a full-time income from the business that you really want to be running, and so maybe you will have quit or left something else. What big life events will have happened? And then I want you to think about your days. How are your days going to look? So what are you going to be doing, and what are you not going to be doing? So will you be working with clients? Will you be meeting them in person? Will you be on the phone? Will you be giving Facebook Lives to an audience of hundreds of people? What are you going to be doing every day? And what are you not going to be doing? Are you not going to be checking email? Will somebody else be doing that for you? Are you not going to be For example, what else is annoying? Are you not going to be cleaning your own home? Are you not going to be stressing about money anymore? What are your days going to look like that's different from now? And then how will you be helping people? So what's the gift that you want to bring into the world? Will you be launching a course? Will you be launching a one-on-one coaching service, offering sessions or intensives of some kind, running retreats? Or how will you be helping people? And what kind of impact will you be making through that work? Get really, really into the details of this. And how will you feel different? This is a big one because our emotions connect us into the energy web of the entire universe. So how will you be feeling? Will you be feeling confident? Will you be feeling excited? Will you be feeling grateful? Will you be feeling expanded? Will you be feeling luxurious? How will you be feeling? Get really, really clear on that. And there's a beautiful book for this, which you may have read, The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte, and I'll put that in the notes as well, which is a wonderful book, which is also a workshop as well, but you can go through the book and do the exercises there to really understand how you want to be feeling. And how will you look different? Will you have lost a bit of weight? Will you be smiling more? Will you have a different haircut or be more chic? Will you, be doing your hair in a different way? Like, how will you look a bit different as well? Let's get really, really clear on the transformation that's going to be happening through becoming your best self over the course of this program. And how do you want your relationships to be? So this is obviously a business program, but you get to create the life that you want to create. So when you're writing your goals, it doesn't all have to be business and money. It can be, I write about how I want my marriage to be. I write about my future children. I write about the home that we live in. So you get to create any element of your world and your life. I write about friendships that I want to have, traveling full time for 3.5 years. I didn't have so many friends around me. And so now I'm literally writing into reality the friendships that I want to have. And I've already got one of them in the place that we're going to be living in. But I'll be developing and people will be coming into my life, and I'm literally calling them in through my journaling. And I'm calling in the clients that I want to be working with and the team I want to have. And already since I started, writing about my marriage, the things I want in my marriage are coming true as well. And so it's all very effortless. So any element of your life is up for grabs here. You get to write about anything that you want to write about. And it's so important here to go all out. Forget realistic. Forget like what you think is possible in the next few months. Really go for the dream that you would have. You get to choose what you want. And you can only get it if you have the audacity to ask for it. So you've got to be claiming it. You've got to stand up and say, I insist upon this kind of client work, this kind of income, this kind of marriage, these kind of friendships, this amount of impact that I want to have in the world. And you get to stand up and claim that for yourself. And you also want to be very, very specific. So the clearer you are, the easier it is for the universe to bring that goal to you. So funny story, I first manifested my dream home. I was right at the beginning of my business career, and my coach told me to write my perfect day, how I would be working, where I'd be going, kind of similar questions to what I've asked you, but more specific around the day. And at that point, my husband was full-time in finance. I had just quit my finance job very recently, and it was like wintertime in London. It was cold, it was dark, it was really rainy and horrible, and she had me write out this exercise, so I did. And I wrote about how we would wake up and it'd be this beautiful sunny bedroom, and we would get up and we'd both be working from home, and we would stand up and go out on our balcony, and we'd have this beautiful view over the Mediterranean Sea, and we'd do a bit of yoga, and we would have this healthy breakfast, and we'd do a bit of work, and then we'd go out and explore. And, it was so pie in the sky versus my actual life. And I didn't know that much about law of attraction way back then. This is many years ago. And I didn't even really believe in it. And so I kind of wrote that day out, and then I let it all slide. I never really wrote about it again that much. And then fast forward 3 years, my husband's father got ill, and so he very abruptly quit his job, and we moved back to Beirut to be with them for a while and help them out. Thankfully, he made a full recovery, which is awesome. But we moved into our own apartment, obviously, and the first morning, or one of the first mornings, I woke up in the apartment, and I woke up in this sun-filled room, and we walked out onto our balcony that was overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, and I literally got chills all over my body because I realized that I had seen that view in my imagination. That was the exact view that I had imagined, and it had come true. And it had come true through the most random and crazy reasons, because I hadn't been fully on board with my manifestation, right? I'd thought about it once or twice only, and it was like 3 years before that I'd thought about it. But the funny thing was that I wasn't specific, right? I was like, Mediterranean view. And so the universe was like, okay, got it, Mediterranean view. How can we make this work for her? And so I ended up in Lebanon as opposed to like south of France or Greece or Italy or somewhere like that. And, you know, the apartment, I hadn't even thought about the apartment. So that was like this old, like 1980s, like Arabic style. It wasn't totally not my type of decor. But that's just the style that most people have there. You know, it was kind of old, and it was just, we just rented it last minute because we'd moved very last minute. And so many things in that life were not how I wanted them to be, but that was because I hadn't been specific. So you want to go into as much detail as you can, because the universe is literally going to give you what you ask for. So you can be as specific as you like, and it will literally come true. Another funny story, a friend of mine discovered law of attraction, started manifesting her dream man. And she gave, she had her whole list of everything that she wanted out of him. And she even gave him a name, which was Tom. And the man that she married, which fitted that list, is actually called Tom, which is quite funny. So be as specific as you can. Go into as much detail as you can, because the universe will give it to you. So once you've done this journaling exercise and you've got really clear on how you want your life to be, this is goal setting exercise, and you've got your goals there, I then want you to journal them every day. So every single day, write down your goals. Write down how you want your life to be. And as I said, you can write your goals across all areas of your life. It doesn't have to all be related to exactly what we're doing in this program. You want to be as specific as you possibly can, like I said. And really important, you want to write in the first person present tense. So the first person is like I am, I have, I do, whatever. And the present tense is obviously the now. Because when you write that, you're writing as if it's already happened for you. So for example, there's a big difference between saying, I will have a beautiful home, as opposed to, I live in a beautiful home. That's very powerful. That's very present. And if you're always writing about the future, the universe will always be giving it to you in the future. So you're never actually going to have it. So you've got to be in the first person present tense. So you've got to be in the now, writing it in the now. I live in this home. I have this kind of marriage. I have these friendships. I have this client work. I have this amount of clients. I'm making this amount of money. And really be working, like writing as if it's already happening. It's happening right now, because that's how you literally bring it to you. So if you want some extra resources, we've got some bonuses if you want to check out the bonuses section of the program. So there's my daily morning and evening success routines in there, and journaling is a part of those success routines. And there's a journaling video in there that explains more about my exact process for journaling, so you can check that out as well. And also, in addition to actually writing my goals, I love listening to audio affirmations. So these can be across, again, anything like skills that you want to have, or personal attributes or characteristics or personality traits that you want to develop. If you want to develop confidence or outgoingness or something like that, you can just listen to these affirmations, and it starts to go into your brain, and you start to literally change in front of your own eyes. It's pretty crazy. So I have created audio affirmations grouped in different topics that you can check out there as well. And you can also download the PDF and record your own ones with your own voice if you want to. And also, of course, you can write your own affirmations that are specific to you as well, and listen to them on audio if you want to as well. You can do that while you're driving, while you're walking, the dog in the morning, or whatever. I tend to go for a walk and listen to them in the morning. Perfect. So that wraps us up for week 1. So make sure that you take yourself somewhere special and do your beautiful journaling exercise, your goal setting exercise, and then get into the habit of journaling your goals every single day. If you can commit to this, at least weekends, at least weekdays rather. I know weekends sometimes you want to have a break, but if you can start your day every single work day by writing out your goals, you're literally reprogramming your brain, you're setting your intention, you are choosing the focus that you want to have, and you are putting all of your consciousness and all of your awareness on the outcome that you want to have. And that is going out into the universe, into the quantum field, and things will start happening, and you will be shocked at how quickly it starts happening. But you've got to do it repeatedly and ideally every single day if you want to have the best results. So make that commitment to yourself that at least for the duration of this program, you will start your day writing out your goals every single day. Awesome. So I will speak to you very soon on the coaching call, and we'll be back for module 2 very, very soon as well. Bye for now, guys.